This is Conversations
with Ronnie Keith
and Iris.
We're back.
Ronnie Keith and Edie.
Conversations with Ronnie Keith
and Edie.
I have to sound like you, Ronnie Keith.
I think Dwayne does enough of a job of trying to imitate
that. He does.
Voice. I have two podcast voices. The podcast voice I use for here, and the one I use for the
you're bipolar.
Desk. Something like that, right?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, thank you guys so much for your support.
Hey.
We really appreciate it. You guys have really been listening to
Con
us,
amor.
Downloading us. We really appreciate all the feedback for last week's episode, Catherine Giovanni on forgiveness.
Oh man, tell us your feelings about that. Share with us what you thought.
Yeah, send us a fan mail on that episode. I know it was an episode ago, but when you open up your whatever app you listen to, I know sometimes there's a issue there with, I found out there's an issue with Amazon Music if you listen to us there. But if you want to, you can follow us or go to another app or Buzzsprout, or just, if you're on Instagram, DM us and we can send it to you, the link that you can send us a fan mail. Give us your thoughts on what Catherine Giovanni had to say about forgiveness and how to deal with it in the ways that we appreciate the support and the downloads from that.
We got a lot of feedback from that. And I just want to know from you, what did you learn from it? Did you learn anything? Did you have a session that, like she recommends, to try to forgive, on forgiveness, or forgive somebody that hurt you, or an experience? I'm just curious to see. I had a friend that I spoke to, I think it was yesterday. She said, wow, I'm going to have a session just by myself in the room, and I'm going to try to, find it within my heart to forgive. So it was a lot of feedback we received, right, from a lot of folks.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoyed her. She was a special person in our podcast. I love that.
Yes, she was. Really enjoyed
Very nice
her.
lady.
Can't wait to possibly have her back. But you got Iris and I today. So
yes, this is one-on-one.
And let's go ahead and get down to it. But before we begin, let's jump into fan mail. We did receive 2 fan mails. It's from the same person here in Florida.
My God. Okay.
Yo.
Yes.
Shout out to Ronnie Keith and Miss Iris.
Oh.
Man, Ronnie got that smooth, deep voice that hits different.
Oh, excuse me.
And Iris, her voice be straight up sexy.
Wow. What?
Ill is that?
Wow, I'm flattered.
Give me a break.
Sexy voice.
Quick question for y'all. What's the secret sauce for a solid marriage? I've been riding this love wave for 2 years now. Happily married, but I'm trying to make it last a whole decade strong.
How long?
Drop
Let's see.
Some gems for the people. 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Happily married.
And this person's from Jacksonville, you said?
No, it just says Florida.
Oh, it just says Florida?
Yeah, it says Florida. So, what is the secret sauce for?
Pick your battles.
Communication.
Date your spouse.
Communication.
Date night. Date your spouse. Just because you're married, that doesn't say that, or that doesn't, your dating life stops. You're dating your husband. You need to fall in love with your husband. Communication is key.
Yes.
Don't go to bed angry. Just talk about it. Even if they don't want to talk to you, hey, if this doesn't matter to you today or tomorrow, right. I am sorry. Please come to bed.
Yeah. No, that's it. Date.
Pick your battles.
Be in love, pick your battles, and communicate.
Yeah, some battles are just not worth fighting for. Like, and what I mean about that is the person is who they are. And sometimes it's like, okay, all right.
And a big, excuse me, the secret sauce, a big thing is, man, don't marry somebody just for the hell of it.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? Make sure that that's your person. Don't just get into a desperation state where it's like, hey, I need to marry. I'm getting older.
Or all my friends are married.
Yeah.
Or I can't be single anymore.
I can't be by myself. Or
again, the question, remember what I just said. Can you see yourself without the person?
Right.
Ask yourself that. That goes such a long way. I should write a book. Can you see that yourself without the person?
Would it be in English or Espanol?
Oh, it will be bilingual.
Well,
also, very, very important. Communication is key. Communication's everything. I think that has to be above everything else.
Yeah, that's why I said it first.
Yeah.
You got to communicate, baby.
That has to be your best friend, your ride to die, person that you basically could have a horrible day. I'll just take an example. A horrible day at work and you got to cry. You need a shoulder to cry on. The first person you should walk through the door, of course, in my case, is my dogs. Anyways, It's your husband. Shoulder to cry on. This is what happened.
She's telling y'all that's what you need, but her first.
My four-legged babies, yes.
Kobe and Dolly. Wow.
Yes, they're the best thing that when I come through the door.
Who's going to start acting up, y'all, because Isaac's coming home late from work today.
Oh, your guys are going to hear it. It's like crazy.
So just forewarning while we record. We're recording late Thursday night because we came back.
We had such a great play. We had such a great little early start of the week. Absolutely. I'm excited to tell our guests about it. Why don't we jump into that? Let's unpack that.
Well, we got to finish up with the fan.
Oh, there's more. Okay, yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, and we'll unpack it.
Way into it.
No. Hey, I gotta have control.
Like you ready to go to bed, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm wide awake.
All right.
I did my skincare. Y'all know my skincare got to be on point.
All right.
So
part 2 of this question is also when y'all bringing back your son.
Oh,
Professor Antoine and my guy Dwayne. I missed them wild stories, had me cracking up for real. And big ups to y'all for touching on mental health and all the real talk. Y'all keep it 100 every time. Loving the podcast heavy. Can't wait for more episodes, especially when y'all get into them vacation recaps and them fire food reviews. Keep it coming.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that love.
Yes, really, really thank you. Really appreciate that. That was in our fan mail. Please send us some fan mail. We will answer. And, you asked for it. That's what we're jumping on here to tell you about. We did go on a quick little getaway.
But hold on. Answer the question.
What's that?
About Antoine and...
So... We'll get Isaac on here. We'll probably do an episode with all 3 of us soon. Me, Isaac, and Iris.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I'm going to try to do, I need to finish up Antoine's story. I also need to finish up Dwayne's story.
Yeah.
And then we also I try to do a quarterly podcast episode with Antoine and Rock.
I think that's very important.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think also to our listeners, Antoine is very involved on TikTok.
Yes.
Very, very involved. I highly suggest you guys to check him out because he speaks truth and facts. Yes. He's all about facts. He reminds you the facts are right there.
Yes. He has a little small little show that he does on TikTok.
It's so good.
It's like a podcast. He calls it the Little Podcast Show or whatever. And
he looks so cute now with his little mic. Shout out to my boy Antoine.
It's sitting on his stool. So he has a show. You can follow him on TikTok. It's Antoine_Michael. He's also on YouTube, Antoine Michael. He's also on Instagram, Antoine Michael. His show is called The Breakdown with Antoine Michael.
Oh, it's so good.
About everything that's going on.
Politics, the world.
Yes. So
the president, world events. I mean, the guy is just all amazing.
Yeah. So I'll definitely have him on the show and, finish out his story, do our quarterly Black America episode that we do. And then, of course, finish up Dwayne's story. So we'll be doing that soon for sure.
Have Isaac back on.
Yes.
With all 3 of us.
Yes.
So you guys could check out our dynamic.
Absolutely.
We usually argue about other things like Marvel characters. We'll argue about Mario. Yeah. Yesterday we were arguing about Star Wars.
I didn't hear that.
That's our family dynamic.
Yes. So we did go on vacation.
Yes.
We did a little, I wouldn't say it was a vacation. It was just a little small getaway for Iris and I. We hadn't been on one since August of last year. Just her and I. We've been Mostly we've been with
A
family,
quick
friends.
getaway.
So last year, I don't know if you guys get them, but we from time to time get these timeshare calls. They want to
My
have us
fellow
come look
sales
at it.
reps.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, this one's offering a cruise, and as you know, we are the cruisers. So we go on cruises. So I said, hey, baby, let's just go and check it out. There we go.
There they go.
That's Isaac.
Let them have their what is it, howling and barking moment. Their brother's coming.
Yeah, they want.
At least he gets out of the car faster than you. You stay there for like 10, 15 minutes.
I have to decompress.
Oh, please.
I have to make sure that mentally
Por
I'm
favor.
ready to come into the house. But anyways, so we did the timeshare.
No, we did not purchase it.
We didn't purchase it.
If you would like an episode about that, why we did not, it's just not in our best interest.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into the specifics.
Right.
We're not timeshare people, no.
So we went there and we went through the whole spiel and everything.
Yes.
And
it's pretty painful.
We didn't purchase. We got our free cruise. Yeah. And as we were in line to get our free cruise, someone came up to us and said, hey, we can give you a 3-day, 2-night at Miami Beach at one of our resorts here for $100. Plus you get a $50 gift card once you're done. So I looked at Iris. Iris shrugged her shoulders. I said, okay, let's do it.
What are we going to lose, right?
Right.
It's the easiest and quickest. Well, I wouldn't say quick, but it's the easiest no you could give.
Right. So we did it. Hey,
yeah,
$100.
A quick 2-day.
3-day.
3-day? 3-day, 2 nights. Okay, 3 days, 2 nights.
So this past week we went down to Aventura, North Miami Beach.
Well, wait a minute. They made it sound like this hotel was like, oh yeah, one of our resorts, and it's so nice. And
well, we took the Bright Line.
Liar, pants are on fire.
We took the Bright Line train down, and we've talked about that before.
Yes, that's the best way to travel down south. Bright Line, get your coupons.
Bright Line runs all the way from Orlando to Miami. So we got off at the Aventura stop because the hotel was about 5-6 minutes away.
4 miles, right?
Yeah. Right on the beach.
Oh, it was
right on the
cool,
beach.
Yeah.
So the resort was under construction.
Let's say the name. Or should we say Newport
Beach Resort.
Beach Resort.
And
yes, it's on the beach.
It's on the beach. They're doing remodeling.
Construction.
Yeah, remodeling of it. And
they told us.
Yeah, in the floor. And they were very upfront about it. I didn't have any issues with
me neither.
It wasn't a bad resort.
It was not a bad resort, but then again, they painted this picture for us when we bought this little ticket thing for the resort that, one of our 5-star resorts and all of that. And when we got there, the lobby was beautiful. It was nice, but you could tell the decorations and the decor and all that was kind of 1980s.
Yeah. And
it smelled very 1980s.
And that's why I think they were doing the remodel.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, we're going upstairs to our room in the 4th floor. And first of all, I was a little upset because we didn't get a beach view because they said, oh yeah, this is a beachfront property, all the stuff that they say. But I'm pretty humble when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just coming on here and just nagging.
Being a woman.
Yeah, being a woman. We got there, the 4th floor. We noticed the carpet was not up to par. And I was like, what the heck is this? I'm scratching my head. You get, what you get, what you pay for. So, did I say that correctly? But Keith and I are not, we don't ask for a lot. When I genuinely tell you guys that as long as I spend time with my husband and as long as we're with each other, any situation like that is great. But yes, it was a little run down, a little beat up. I'm not going to lie. They are remodeling. And I'm pretty sure it's going to look fantastic. I did not have any issues with the hotel. We get to the room and it was very clean. The most important thing for me in a hotel is the bathroom and the bed. The bed was extremely clean. No bed bugs. It smelled great. The bathroom was clean. I was like, okay. Even though the room, yes, was old school, like you could see that it was a little run down. But as long as I could fall asleep in a nice clean bed, I thought it was great. No complaints here.
Yeah, and they had a living room. They had a
very nice.
2 TVs and things like that. Customer service there was great,
Oh yeah.
and we really literally we were on the beach. It's a beach resort,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like it's not. There's a lot of a lot of resorts. It's a big strip, North Miami Beach.
Yes, it's North Sunny Isle.
Yeah. So it's a big
It's
strip.
30 minutes or 30 to 35 minutes away from downtown Miami.
Yes. So we really had a good time.
We did. I mean,
We didn't get a chance to go out really to the. Well, let me back up here. There
stupid
was
Mother Nature.
There was a catch with the resort stay that we did have to go through another timeshare presentation, but this one was less painful because the guy, when he asked us what were we doing here, we told him we were at a timeshare, we got to stay here. He knew already that
we were very upfront.
Done.
We did it first thing in the morning to get it out of the way.
9 o'clock that morning.
I was ready to go down to the pool area. Oh, and that's another thing too. The pool area was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I even FaceTimed my sister-in-law and I told Kenny, look, and she was like, wow, that's so beautiful. Like it was so pretty. And you walked down and you had private access to the beach and they had little areas where you could sit down. And so we were very upfront with him. And I have a lot of sales experience under my belt. That's all I have to say. And I just typically keep my cool and just let them do their thing. But I was very upfront. And I typically just say it's going to be a firm no for us.
Mm-hmm. So we sat down and we did that. And like she said, we got it out the way.
Yes.
But then after that, of course, we wanted to go back. We went and grabbed some breakfast. We went across the street.
Einstein Bagels.
Breakfast. And then when we came back, it's like, okay, we'll go out to the poolside and beach a little bit. And then boom, it started storming.
Huge thunderstorm.
Crazy. And I mean, you just really couldn't.
It was like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It was supposed to come later on in the evening, but it did not. It came right then and there. And so we were sitting there just like, okay, well, we'll just wait until it clears up. We went downstairs in our
bathing
swimwear.
Suit. Yes,
you know
I had my
mean?
Bathing suit and my hat.
Did not happen. And
sunscreen.
So we sat there and was like, well, you know what? One thing we need to do is we need to just go ahead and grab us something to eat because this isn't going to slow up any time.
Yeah.
So
I was a little depressed about that because I wanted to go out there and just be a bum.
Yeah, and I mean,
and just sit.
I was fine with going out there and everything, but it just wasn't the time at that moment, and that's okay because we were only there for 2 nights, and we had already said that what we were going to do is we were going to stay at the hotel. We weren't going to go ripping and running everywhere. We just wanted to sit and enjoy the resort, take in the amenities, do what we want to do there, maybe catch Uber. We didn't even, we took the Bright Line and we Ubered wherever we wanted to go.
Yeah. And that's a catch too. Well, that wasn't a catch. We actually got $50 gift card for Lyft.
We got a $50 because I'm always on all these apps, so I got a $50 gift card for us, and then
that was enough for 2 days.
We were done with the presentation. They gave us a $50 gift card.
Boom,
that we could use anywhere. So
we'll tell you guys the grand total that we spend,
definitely,
and you're gonna be so shocked.
Yes. So, like I said, after we it started storming and everything, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to eat. At first, we were going to do Uber Eats, but it was like, it's so expensive.
It's so expensive, especially in Miami. Yeah. Something about it. See, if I was on a work trip, I would have I don't care. I would have charged that to their company credit card. Right. But when it's your own money, it's like,
I'd rather go there.
It ended up being what we wanted. Like, I don't know. Just the thought came to my mind, like burgers. Let's just have a good Colombian style burger, and then like these burgers were like maybe $16 a piece, and then when you add everything up,
it was more than that.
Oh, really?
Your burger was like $22, and you had
and it was just like one patty too. I don't eat burgers all the time, but it came up to like $54. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was really crazy. So then I just started doing a little bit more research, and I remember the night before our first night, we went to this place to eat wings. I can't remember the name of it. But they had like
country wings.
country wings, and they had
it
like
was delicious.
101 different flavors that
Shout out to country wings. They were so yummy.
Small
I'll give that
wings,
place, yeah, but I'll give
good.
them a 5 out of 5. Heck yeah.
They were very good.
You know it's good when Latinos and Black people go to there.
Yeah, everybody was going in there. So it was very good. So then when we went over to that place through Uber, I saw this place called Mizumi Buffet and Sushi.
Mizumi.
Not a big buffet person, things like that, but it kind of grabbed my attention while we were in the Uber car. So when we were looking, I went back to that on my phone, like, let me look up the reviews. I looked up and it looked so clean and
it had
nice.
Like 4.8 out of 5, right? Something like that. It's called Mizumi. Yes, just like that. Mizumi with a Z as in zebra. Buffet. It was so good. And the first thought that, came through my mind, I was just like, oh, this is a Chinese buffet. It's going to be gross. They're going to have gross like desserts and But
it wasn't a Chinese buffet. It was Japanese food. It had a little bit of Chinese. They had hibachi. Delicious. They had all you can eat sushi. And this isn't like some thrown away sushi. This was a plethora of handcrafted sushi that they put, and they also could make for you. Not only did they make hibachi with noodles, but they also make fried rice for you. You can tell them what you want with your fried rice.
On your hibachi plate, you actually pick what you want.
This place was phenomenal.
You actually take your plate and you pick it's like being on Kobe, like going to Kobe's,
yeah.
And like you basically handing your plate to the chef and telling them this is what I want.
Yeah, you scoop the rice, as much rice as you want.
Noodles and eggs, mushrooms,
all the different meats. They cook it right.
Chicken, shrimp, steak. They even had scallops. Yes. Oh, I love scallops.
I'm going to put this on our Instagram page. If you guys,
it is phenomenal.
Here on Instagram, it is conversations_Ronnie_Iris pod. I'm going to put the video up that I took of the whole buffet. It was extremely clean.
Oh,
it looked like
God.
A steakhouse.
And they were so attentive.
So attentive. And not only that, they did not waste any time replenishing. Like, they didn't even let the food get down to halfway.
Yeah.
They were bringing out new hot food. No, I'm talking about on the buffet area.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Area. That's true.
They weren't waiting to the food. They were bringing it like right then, and they're bringing fresh new food.
But wait a minute. And when I saw it on TikTok, because I'm a TikTok freak, I was like, okay, Keith. I didn't think it was going to be like great or anything. I was like, it looks like a small buffet. I was like, whatever. Child, when we get there, this thing was huge. It's overwhelming. We got full so fast, really. But like it has, you go to like if you really, really start from the beginning, it has the crab ragoon, the magnolia beef, the
General Tso's
chicken, sweet and sour chicken wings. I mean, they even had the beautiful veggies. I mean, salmon, asparagus, peas, broccoli, all kinds of soup, miso soup, wonton soup, crab legs. They also had
you
garlic.
Get to the hibachi, then you go to the seafood. They had snow crab legs that was like,
they were beautiful.
I saw, he piled his plate up like 3 times. Looked like a Samoan. 3 times.
They had crushed garlic and regular butter, and I saw people take advantage of that.
They had fried shrimp. They had baked butter shrimp.
Oh, and the sushi. I'm a sushi girl.
They had so much.
They had so much sushi. It's not even funny. It was like crazy, and it was raw, so good,
cooked, fried, and
everything.
You could make your own sushi.
Yes.
Give it to them, and they will roll it for you and cook it if you want it.
Yes, it had sushi pizza. They had what's the other one? Hasha. I forgot what's it called. It's like, it's not sushi, but it's different.
Sashimi or something like that.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, they had that, and they had another one. I forgot. They even had veggie sushi. I don't know what that one's called. Please forgive me. But it's rolled with lettuce instead of rice. Oh my God. And then after that, you hit the dessert bar. But first, the fruit area did not disappoint. These people had oranges, grapes,
watermelon,
that was so Jello. Red and beautiful.
Now, let me tell
pineapple,
you, with those
cantaloupe.
Places, They usually are like, when you go into these Japanese buffets or Chinese buffets, desserts are going to be terrible.
Yeah, like they're not great.
Here.
Oh my God, their cheesecake was amazing. They had pecan pie. They had
little cuts of pecan pie.
the creme brulee.
Yeah, they had little mini your own personal mini creme brulees. You could
like
grab
a little
as many if you
thing,
want.
like it was like a tea party
Yeah.
sample, but they cut it up into little pieces where you could just grab and go.
Moist chocolate brownies.
Mhm.
They had
ice cream.
They had all different types of flavors of ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so good that I told Iris, I said, hey, I don't mind us driving down or catching a train just to come here. That's how good.
Yeah, it was so good.
And we were so, as Iris said earlier, we were so overwhelmed.
I just didn't know where to begin.
We ate and got damn near full the first plate.
Yeah, I was just like, I had to ask one of the guys next to me. I was like, so did they really do your own hibachi? He was like, yeah, you pick what you want and they cook it for. I was like, are you serious? I was like so in shock.
Now the hibachi thing I've seen, right? We've been to places.
Seen it like
we've been to places where
but
they
not
do
that
hibachi,
they make
but
your
the fried
own like
rice
that.
I've never seen.
Yeah,
the fried rice is what I've never seen. I've seen them do the hibachi place. You know what I mean?
That was the first time for me then.
No, baby, you've seen it.
I have.
We've been to a place where they've done it, but it was the fried rice that was different.
Oh, and their lo mein was so good. I love their lo mein.
Man,
their French style green beans were good. Their asparagus was so fresh. Everything was really, really fresh
and hot.
They were very attentive too. I think our drinks maybe got halfway and they were like already pouring water. And the best part about
it was stainless steel cups.
Yes, it was stainless steel cups.
So your cups stayed
so cold.
Yes.
And then the best part about it, when we got our ticket, I'm thinking this is going to be like $50 a person. We're talking about dinner and we're in Miami. You think about, man, the food here is so expensive. It was $70 for two people. Yes, $70. So it was $35 per plate for a person to eat there.
And per plate.
Same thing.
Because you eat more than one plate.
That's right. For all you can eat buffet. Please, thank you for correcting me. $35. That's great. I don't think we see that in Orlando. Have we?
Yeah, we see it, but
for maybe lunch.
Well, no, we see it. The difference is the quality is a lot different. The quality of food that they prepared at this place, again, like I told you, the food when they were on the buffet line, there was never a time when you went up there and they did not have enough of. They were coming out anytime the item got halfway done, they were coming out replenishing. And sometimes I saw they wouldn't even keep the old food there. They would just throw it and put brand new food on there, brand new of that item. It was hot, fresh. Delicious. Everything was just great. Delicious. I can't say enough. Again, baby, what's the name of it again?
Misuki, right?
Mizumi.
Oh, wow. Misuki.
Misumi
in Sunny Isles.
No, it's actually North Miami Beach.
North Miami Beach. Please, please, please make it your business to go. I wish, and I'm gonna pray that they bring it over here in Orlando.
Oh my God, that was
because it's really worth it.
It
is so good. I mean, they even had chicken nuggets. I'm trying to remember everything they had, and I can't. I mean, salmon.
Listen, you guys will see the video if you get on our Instagram page. You'll see the video.
So good.
It's going to be like 3 or 4 different videos. Or I may try to compress them all into one, but it was a lot.
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, I know that somebody may be listening to this and $70 may be kind of like a hard stretch
for 2 people.
But for 2 people, that's $35 a piece, ladies and gentlemen.
For all you can eat.
For all you can eat, and it was fresh. So please go. There's been a couple of places that we highly recommend in Miami, but this is definitely on our top list. I mean, we've been to places like El Carajo restaurant, which is and we'll get into that later on in the future, but that's in the back of a gas station. There's also a Palacio de los Jugos. So there's just so many great things in Miami like to eat, but that one right there, that one takes the medal for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So the next day, of course, we came back home on a train ride.
Yes. It's always a thing when we come back from the train, like you're so like drained.
Right. But as soon as we got back, there was a farmer's market in St. Cloud, which is a little town not
We
too
spoke
far from
about that
us.
on our last show. On our last
We
show,
sure did.
we
Well,
spoke.
they
Yeah, we
do
went
it
again.
during the springtime,
Mm-hmm.
every third Wednesday of the month during spring. And so
Yeah.
we got off the train, came home for a few minutes, and we met my mom and
Oh,
sister.
I was
and
so tired. I was beat. We were both beat, but we were
we
like,
had
you
a
know what? Let's
great
keep
time.
going.
Yes,
But
had a real
we
good time.
definitely went back to the farmer's market. They have a great empanada spot there, and
They have a lot of good stuff. I got
the
some
Filipino
sea moss,
lady that makes
lemonade.
homemade granola bars.
Oh yeah, the little date bars she makes. Those
It's
are very
just they're
good.
so great in the morning where you just want to grab and go, and we just kept on going and just hit the bed hard that yesterday
Yes,
when
we
we came
did.
back
And so today,
and back to work.
I got us tickets to go see an Addams Family play at the Dr. Phillips Center.
Yes, we went on another play. Isn't that a blessing?
Yes, and so we went there.
We noticed that it was cheap too when we got the tickets, and
like
I don't know when was it, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, maybe.
Well, we purchased it after we left the Michael Jackson play.
Yeah, and it was like $35 a person. We were like, okay, sure, and I was just like, okay, let's just see it.
Yeah, so we got that and got us some box seats. And the crazy girl on the phone when I'm ordering with her, because I couldn't do it on the line, she's like, "Why do you want box seats?" I said,
because I can.
Because I want them. The hell are you asking me that?
Bendeja. Like, what the hell's her problem?
Crazy, but anyway,
I'm so glad we did the box seats. They were the best.
Seats were great.
I highly recommend
we
you get box
seats. We did not know that the production was actually from Bishop Moore High School.
Shout out to Bishop Moore. You guys killed that show.
They did phenomenal.
Everything was on point.
The kid that played Gomez, Adam, he's a star.
That boy, whoever that boy was, I don't know. I got to find the pamphlet. And I just want to backtrack a little bit and tell all of our listeners that we did not know this was a high school production.
No, not at all.
We got there. We were like, oh shit. Should I say that? Oh shoot. Like we were like, I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but let me tell you guys, it was A1. So, I told hubby that, I have gone to Rollins College here, which is very reputable college here, and they have an old school theater called the Annie Russell Theater, and they have plays there too, and they're so cheap. And it's kind of like that, but of course Rollins College is a little bit better. But we were blown away on how amazing these kids were. And the guy or the little boy who played Gomez, he played him so good. That boy has a Broadway career.
His name is, I'll let you pronounce it because it's a Mida name.
He said all his Samuel, Spanish word. I don't see it.
Samuel say
Donde?
Gomez. Samuel.
Oh, his name is Samuel Abordelo Martinez. Yes, that boy right there. If he is definitely gonna go far on Broadway.
And look at his picture. They don't even look like him on the pictures where they show him. But we went. It was
that doesn't look like him.
Wonderful play. I mean, those kids did an awesome job. You would have thought this was a production play that's going on tour. They had the sets done perfect.
Yeah, and again, we did not. I repeat, we did not know this was a high school play.
And they were at the Dr. Phillips Center.
And we did not. I didn't even know, please forgive my ignorance, that Dr. Phillips was full with different theater rooms. I thought it was just one.
It was just that one big one. No, it's several.
Oh my God. I got there and I was like, I was telling Keith because I was running a little late. I was like, it's in the Dr. Phillips Theater? How? It seems so small.
Yeah, so we went and it was phenomenal. They did a great job. It was 2 acts, the intermission, and then they just really, really carried that play like they were professionals, like they were a traveling group.
And this is actually
not like amateur.
It was not. It was not like a middle school play or pre-K. I mean, this was state of the art. Like I highly recommend it if you're on a budget. And the most comparable style that I would compare it is if you go to a college production. The closest thing was Rollins College or UCF or Valencia College here in Orlando, where they have plays like that, but they're a little bit more elevated because they're at that college level. But even the guy that played Lurch, is it Lurch? The guy, he was a great singer at the end. It just surprised us. The girl who played Morticia, I was very surprised. Even the girl who played Wednesday, that little girl has a Broadway career ahead of her big time because she did phenomenal.
Yeah, so it was a great experience. Of course, it wasn't Michael Jackson's play.
No, it
but
was
it
not.
was phenomenal in its own right. I wasn't bored. I wasn't tired. I didn't go to sleep.
And they had some catchy songs. Yeah,
and this was a real play where they sang like after every line, but I did not get annoyed.
And he stayed away.
Yeah, I didn't
Guys,
get annoyed.
I think he's like going into a great direction here. No.
So
Hamilton later down the road, please. No. Oh man.
But that's what we did. That was our adventure. That's what we had going on. That was our restaurant review. Every time we come on here, we're going to give a restaurant review, like we said. So that was our restaurant. That was our trip that we did. And then we did a little play. North Miami Beach is very nice. It's not like South Miami Beach where it's so busy at North Miami Beach. It looks the same like South Beach, but it's not as busy. And we came at a great time because it was the next week after spring break craziness, but there's a lot of places around. So if you ever want to go to North Miami Beach, which is Sunny Isles, Aventura,
definitely highly recommended.
Please go.
And can I just say this, hon? Can I just say this? I just want to put this out there that it's okay for you guys to do one of those silly timeshare presentations. It is the easiest no that you will give. Okay. And I mean that because sometimes I actually do have legit perks. You do take advantage of them. And again, we went with an open mind when we first did it and we were not expecting. And I think we also had purchased, it came with the deal, right? The 2-day to Miami or the 3-day, I forgot.
The first
to Mexico.
When we went to it was when we went to the first timeshare, it came with a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we went when we were in line, like I said earlier, to get the cruise ticket stuff, that's when the other guy came around with this trip for Miami.
Yes.
And then also gave us a free trip to Mexico that I don't know if we're going to be able to use or not before it expires. But
oh man, I hope so. We will.
I don't know if I want to go through another timeshare because that's going to be another time.
Yeah, and it's just like I think that was our third one that we went through so far in a year, and it's a lot. Like it's draining because they talk and they talk and they talk and they talk. It's just like but something. Just try it once, and if it's worth it.
Who is the biggest talker in the whole United States of these Americas, say somebody talk a lot.
Don't hate on me talking.
They talk a lot. Believe me. But listen, we're going to wrap up here. We want to thank you guys again for the support. We will be back next week with a special guest for you guys.
Yes.
You're going to really enjoy that interview that we actually already conducted.
And please keep the fan mail going. It keeps us alive, relevant, happy.
Yes, absolutely.
Send us questions. What restaurants you want us to try? Did you find an interview enlightening? What movie are you watching? I want to know about you. Send me anything you want. We're excited.
You hear? I told you she talk a lot.
Yeah.
Listen, the lady that we have next week, author Terry M. Brown, she has a very phenomenal, heart-wrenching, but motivational story.
She was a gem.
That will be next Friday. Mm-hmm. Please tune in. And again, we have so many great guests coming on board that you guys will hear.
And they just keep getting better and better.
Yes, they really do.
We're not going to stop. And we have so many great things coming down the pipeline. Right?
We're on the move.
Woo, say it again. We're on the move. Yeah, we have some great things coming down the pipeline. And again, the hard tricks are just getting started.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We will be back here with you next week.
Yes.
This has been the Conversations with
Ronnie Keith
and Edie.
How do you like that, Ronnie Keith?
I don't like that because that emailer that came on.
That made my day. Well, he also called you out on your sexy voice. We don't know if it's a
he or she. He better not be calling me sexy if it's a he.
I love my voice.
All right. We'll be back next week.
All right. Bye.